So with the sun sextile Chiron, it's a really, really supportive energy for healing and actually like tapping into your wounds. Again, the sun is the ego and Chiron is the wound. It is this like deeper part of yourself. And this sextile energy, the 60-degree angle, is actually a very harmonious energy. It's like flowing together positively. So we've got this recognition with the ego of recognizing these wounds that are being present, that are being called to your attention right now with all of these other transits that are happening, and bringing more intentionality to actually being present with these things. So you might have had some things come up for you this week, or you're witnessing other people with it and you're able to help them and or help yourself, acknowledging your pain and not acting out to make it worse, where it's like, again, bringing in that sun square Saturn and then Mars square Pluto energy, where it's like this desire to be like seen in your stuff and like be witnessed in it. And it can kind of come off very abrasive. This square that's happening here with the sun and Chiron, not square, sextile, is bringing a bit of a softness to the defensiveness that can come up. So taking note of that. Yeah, I think it's a very positive aspect, and I'm grateful that it is assisting us with this week. We have Mercury here. All right, Mercury is now squaring Saturn too. Mercury represents our mind, our communication style. If you're familiar with Greek mythology, Mercury is also known as Hermes. So Mercury has the ability to travel between worlds. Again, technology, communication, the internet, learning. So this very cerebral part of ourselves is now squaring our limitations, structures, and all of the things of Saturn, lessons. So with this transit, there is the potential for more lower thinking. Again, we're taking this very active mercurial energy and compressing it with Saturn. So compression, depression, think of it that way. So some people, especially if this is closely connected to any of your planets, I'm going to say the mutable signs. So that is Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo energies. You might feel this a little bit more strongly. You may feel that way. You may have the desire to actually put in more mental work towards completing like more mental tasks. So creating lists, filling things out, paperwork, very good for more of those mental tasks. Another big thing is giving yourself permission. So recognizing your limitations, like if you are feeling bad, if you are having lower energy, it's okay to tell yourself that and choose things that you can actually complete. This transit's not the best for important conversations, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Like we cannot choose when certain conversations come up. The biggest thing here, again, Mercury rules communication, is to watch your tone. The biggest thing with these Saturn transits happening right now is if you fail or falter or what you perceive that to be, you can learn from it. That's the biggest thing with Saturn. That's why Saturn is actually one of my favorite planets, is that Saturn holds our hand through the learning. Even though it's rough, even though it can be hard, we still get the opportunity to learn from these transits. So again, with what I said earlier with this specific transit is Mercury, Saturn kind of on top of it. It's like this compression. So you might have yourself thinking smaller, not as expansive. The value of this transit is that it actually helps you assess what's happening in your relationships, what's happening in your thoughts, so that you can do better and be better. There may not be results that come of it right now, but you can shift your thoughts into a different direction. And that makes me think about some of the studies that have been just done with just like positive thinking itself, like truly rewiring your brain and rewiring your thought patterns and how you think of yourself it can make a massive impact on your life. So something that I've learned through some of the programs and certifications I've gotten is sometimes we won't catch the reaction in the moment. And again, this week is very reactionary. Sometimes in the moment we won't catch it, but after that, you know, those feelings that come after when you've reacted poorly or you've said something you didn't mean, it's like, okay, tune into how that felt in the body, because your body will tell you before you actually say the thing. And so making that a practice, like even in the moment when you're reacting, oh my gosh, how am I feeling in my body? And you'll get closer and closer to being able to feel it in your body before you actually do the thing. And it is a constant practice, like constant. There are days where I'm not perfect in this, not at all. A lot of my habits and my old like reactive patterns have changed significantly because of like just bringing awareness to the things that I'm feeling in my body.